Early on in the season, it seemed like Shanahan had specific situations and packages for Trey Lance. He'd get in on short yardage or goal line situations, and Shanahan would use him as a runner to gain blockers and a man advantage in the run game. In weeks 1 and 3, he had 7 snaps on offense before Garoppolo got hurt in week 4. Lance then played the next 1.5 games before injuring his knee in week 5 against the Cardinals. Since then, Lance made an appearance in garbage time against the Jacksonville Jaguars and started San Francisco's Week 17 game for a yet again injured Jimmy Garoppolo. Other than that, there have been no special packages, no gadget plays, nothing. While Lance was mostly effective in his design packages and showed some growth as a down-to-down player, there were a number of rookie mistakes. Some of those rookie mistakes are incredibly basic, too. It's okay to be fooled by coverage rotations and by the speed of the game, but misreading basic concepts that are present at every level of football is a concern. The 49ers are running a combination of dragon and lion here against Seattle. The dragon concept at the top of the screen has a slant and a flat route. The lion concept has 2 slants to the bottom. The general rule for these concepts is to read dragon versus 1 safety and read lion versus 2 safeties. To Lance's credit, Seattle is trying to disguise with 8 players at the line of scrimmage, but there's still only 1 safety, and that means the slant-flat combo to the top of the screen should be his read. On the snap of the ball, Seattle bails into a cover 3 look, still indicating that Lance should look to the top of the screen. The flat defender to the top runs with the flat route, which leaves a window open behind for the slant, and that's exactly what you would expect versus that look and why you read that side of the concept. However, Lance is reading the lion concept to the bottom. He may think that the flat defender to that side won't be able to get out underneath the second slant, but on the snap, he should be able to identify that he is filtered right into that window. This should be an interception for a touchdown if the defender can get their head around. He passes the first slant off to his inside linebacker and immediately turns to locate the second window for the slant. Mechanically, Lance certainly has a rocket of an arm. It's one of the traits that teams loved about him coming out of North Dakota State. He can push the ball down the field, fit it into tight windows, and threaten every blade of grass. However, he does still need to work on layering his passes. Almost every throw he has heat on it, and it resulted in a number of batted balls and an inability to clear second-level defenders. Where Lance was really at home was in the run game and in the rollout action that is built into Shanahan's system. There's no doubt he adds a legitimate threat to the 49ers offense, and San Francisco wasn't afraid to abuse that. There are 4 general concepts that Shanahan used most often with Lance: read option, quarterback counter bash, quarterback draw option, and rollouts with the sail concept. The read option leaves the end man on the line of scrimmage unblocked for the quarterback to read. If that player feeds into the handoff, the quarterback can then pull the ball and run outside of them. If the defender stays to defend the quarterback, the ball is handed off, and there's one less defender contributing to the tackle. It's a simple way to gain an extra blocker in the run scheme. The quarterback just has to be a running threat to make it effective. If they're too slow, the defender can play both the quarterback and running back, and it isn't putting anybody into conflict. QB counter bash uses the regular counter blocking scheme with a guard and tackle point across the formation. What makes it different is the back is going away from the designed run, and the quarterback is running the counter scheme. By having the running back run away, that holds the backside defenders, who will often try to ride the pulling lineman right into the play. With the threat of being run around to the backside from the running back, that slows those defenders' pursuit and allows the play to develop for the quarterback. Counter bash can be called specifically for the quarterback, or it can be a read play. When it's a read, the quarterback identifies the backside linebacker. If that player fits or flows with the pulling lineman, the quarterback will hand the ball off. If they stay put with the threat of the running back to the outside, the quarterback will pull the ball and run counter. The quarterback draw with the bubble option is the most common run scheme the 49ers run with Trey Lance. It's another linebacker read and is designed to create a light box for the quarterback to run into or to throw the ball outside and stress the perimeter. San Francisco will either use push motion to send the running back outside pre-snap, and they'll also run it with no motion. Either way, Trey Lance is looking at the play side linebacker. If that player widens with the running back outside, that leaves one less person in the box, and Lance will take it on the draw play. If they stay, he throws the ball outside where the 49ers now have numbers. Lastly, we have one of the staples of the Shanahan offense: play-action rollouts with the sail concept. Sail has 3 receivers on the same side of the field running routes at 3 different depths. That overloads defensive zones, and the rollout opposite the direction of the run fake stresses defenses horizontally and punishes them for flowing to stop the run game. Their simple reads get Lance out in space with the ability to scramble and tie in seamlessly to the rest of the Shanahan offense. Lance still needs some work getting his hips around and throwing on the move, but he looks much more comfortable with his decision making out on the perimeter. There's always the threat of Kyle Shanahan scheming up a specific gotcha play for Trey Lance, but his base package isn't very diverse. It can be incredibly effective in short yardage. However, as a true drop-back passer, Lance still has some work to do. He quickly bails from pockets, is late on his reads, and struggles with touch. The flashes have been there, but the question is whether he's ready to lead a 49ers team that is ready to be a playoff contender. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching all the way through. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know someone, a scheme, idea, person who you want to see broken down here in the future. I'm also releasing a speaking football course that goes over the basics of the language of football, what techniques are, what alignments are. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description.